Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to Create Joy Studio. Over here where we do what? Slapping paint on paper. Yay. Hey, Dawn. I saw that you were there. I told you I feel like I should be like Beth, have all the nice music playing before I pop on. We'll have to look into that. I'm gonna have to look into that. Surely will. I was over here um, handling my prompt for the day, chair, because I did it last night and I left it in the room. So I was just like, oh my, I'll have to get it. Oh, okay. We got two things connected. I got my comments right here, and then I'm using this, and I think I moved it just a smidge. Is that straight? Let's see. That means, okay, that's good enough. I'm not going to move it all. So today is day 17 of World Watercolor Month, and today our prompt is chair. And I just happened to have done today's prompt because I told you guys yesterday that I was going to participate in this one, but I did a couple chairs. Hello, Beth. I just finished printing out my pockets, and I was just like, oh, she gonna make me fussy cut these. Like, I'm gonna see if I can put them on my Cricut, but I might just fussy cut them because I like the way yours look. Okay, let me not scroll too much today. I'm a squirrel, so I'm a squirrel today. I'm gonna scroll a little bit. But anyway, where's my chair? Um, I did 3, 4 types chairs. I started doing another one, but this one's a folding chair, kind of fold up. This one's a running chair. It decided to get going. And this is, of course, a sitting chair. It's the only one that to me looks like a chair. And then I was getting ready to do another one. And I was just like, I don't want to do it. But the other ones, they look better. They look more like this one with a little bit more detail. And I slapped a little bit of paint on them, because it's World Watercolor Month. Okay? So today's prompt for World Watercolor Month is chair. Now we can do that one all kinds of ways. You can write the word chair. You can, what is it? You can paint the word chair. You can physically draw a chair. You can do so much with the chair, right? So it kind of works out. So for World Watercolor Month, some of us are doing all the prompts, and some of us are just kind of writing the prompts, talking about the prompts, which is somebody that'd be me. So we're gonna do that. I left my brushes out that I'm gonna play with today, and thanks to Di from yesterday, she had me with this filbert. I hadn't had the filbert in my hand for probably about a month. Yesterday when I showed those brushes and she said something about that filbert, this 12 and 10 just hung on the desk. So let's cut that air down just a smidge. It finally rained here earlier. Hopefully it won't rain again, but it finally rained. My yard is so grateful, so grateful. I'm not complaining that I'm not getting rain. I just wish I would get some of the rain so other people don't have to get so much rain, because it's just wreaking havoc. So today's prompt, day 17 of what? World Watercolor Month. 31 days of creating joy, 31 days of slapping paint on paper, 31 days of healing one brushstroke at a time, 31 days of self-care. It's World Watercolor Month. Why not? And if you've ever needed a reason to start something joyful, creative, and healing, boy, I tell you, if this isn't the month to do it, this is the month to do it. Because right now, you get to pick up your brush, squeeze out some color, and let the joy flow so that you can do what? Heal what? One brush stroke at a time. Okay, I'm not sure. I had a special request yesterday. I don't know if she's going to pop in or if she's going to watch me on TV, however, but we chose our colors yesterday before we even got off live. We had a strong storm an hour ago. Yeah, that's what I had about an hour ago. Okay, and if you would hit that thumbs up button, that's been working out. I can tell you what, we only have 200 and I think 16, 17 to go before we're at 1,000. When I tell you guys, I am very, very, very pleased. Very pleased. I was happy when I got 500. Listen, now let me back it up. I was happy when I got 50 subscribers because then that meant I could go live. And I was just like, oh, okay, cool. Let's just do that. Then I got what was the next one? To order to change my name to have it slap and paint on paper. Um, that thing I had to have 100. So each milestone I've taken very, very strategically. Miss Carmen, hello. Can only stay 15 minutes, but so glad I caught you live. Listen, I am grateful for whatever time you are that you could be here. And you can join us over on Team Replay because Team Replay shows up just like Team Live. So to be as close as I am to 1,000 and listening at all of the things that people have been talking about with YouTube, I was just like, oh, didn't know that, right? So it's kind of like it became my place of peace. YouTube, now Facebook was just full of everything, like everything. Instagram is hit or miss for me. So, but then when somebody's like, well, maybe you should try YouTube. And I was like, yeah, but what am I doing on YouTube? I'm not teaching. I'm not, I go to YouTube to learn stuff. And it's like, well, I think somebody would like to learn how to grieve or not grieve or how to get up. And they gave me all of the things. And I was just like, oh, I'll think about it. So a year went by and they were just like, you didn't do it? I was like, no, I did. I set up the channel. I did it and everything, but I didn't go live because I can't. So that was the beginning of my YouTube journey. I started YouTube way back when, like most of us started it to learn something and you had to have a YouTube account and all the things. But to really dive into it was before I left Colorado. And I think it was when COVID happened, but I still couldn't go live until I got my, 50 and then all the things. So then, I learned all the things. But now I'm learning somebody was just like, oh, you're almost close to being monetized. I was like, what's that? And then they gave me all the little stuff about that. I was like, oh, that sounds like pressure. Don't want too much pressure over here. Here's the thing. If I'm having fun, I like it. I'm all in. But when it starts becoming a little bit of pressure, unnecessary pressure, then I've learned from me in the past, I'll tend to back up, run away or whatever. But I have been running more to this and not away from it. Why? Because I have a great community. I have great friends. I've gotten some great, amazing slap and paint on paper friends. We are converging, joining, what's that thing? Watercolor with card making. I'm not saying it hadn't been done, but for me, it's a first. Because y'all know Gina K had me out here thinking I can do all things card making. And then I was just like, nope, can't do it. So now Dawn introduced me to all these great, wonderful people. And now I get to see, oh, wait, I can take my little funky watercolors and put them on a card and make them into a card and put a sentiment on them. Oh, okay. I just had to get out of my Gina K world, right? And meet the people who are creating from a space that is amazing. And they're letting their joy flow one piece of paper and glue at a time. Like Beth, I printed out this just now because I'm going to cut them out and I'm going to have fun using them in pockets with my journal. And I said I'm going to use them like you can put prompts on here. Hello, Paula K. Welcome to the studio. I hope you don't have a meeting today. Hope you get to hang out and have fun. I got your box off today and I need to send you, I'll message you the thing. I kind of forgot about it. But I think these are so daggum cute. And then I'm hating that I see the background. It looked like it's a little backwash that I don't want to wash out. But this even inspired me to want to paint some of these flowers. Like we know I love hydrangeas, right? I don't know what these are. These are tulips. I even like those. These I feel like I've seen on something that I have already, but I was like, those kind of look like the flowers that I did yesterday. Actually, when I looked at them, it's like, look here. I went back and put the centers in it. So, over here we get to hang out together, right? And so here's the truth. Here's the real truth. Here's the truth. Here's the truth. I don't just paint because I'm an artist. I paint because it helps me heal. And being over here, now I get to see how I'm healing over here, how other people are healing, and how it helps y'all shift your attitudes. And then you let me know, it's like, oh God, thank you for the day or whatever. And I showed up for me first, not knowing that it was going to help other people. So now it gives me permission to what? Slow down, breathe, and reconnect with me first, then ask you guys, is this helping you or whatever? But most of the time, before I can even ask the question, y'all are putting it in the chat. You needed this today. You needed permission. Like that permission slip, I think, is the ultimate one. Give yourself permission to take care of you first, right? And that's what we do. So today, I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite things. And it just so happens to be with the tubes that we're going to be using today, because Bridget said she couldn't wait for these to pop up. And I was just like, well, we're going to use them today. And I use watercolor tubes. Y'all know why. I like to share. And I like my watercolor tubes to be bigger than 5 milliliters. I can't share 5 milliliters. But when I get a good size tube, you see the girth of this tube. Let's compare these. Okay, these and these. This one. And let me show you the other one that I don't like. Y'all know what? Just in case somebody don't know. Well, what's a 5 milliliter tube look like? Look like that. So it's a grown tube, a teenage tube, and a baby tube. That's what I call it. It was hard to share you, Karen. Really? I didn't realize how selfish I was. Dawn, I get that. I have a mentor. My mentor I've had since 2007. And when I tell you I have just shared her, like really shared her with someone who actually joined our mentorship. And I'm so grateful that I did, because I was being selfish too. But I would tell people about her. It's just that I never shared that, oh, well, you can join me. And then I don't think it was because I was being selfish. I think it was because I was protecting my space. That's what I really was doing. I didn't want just anybody in that part of my space. And I like in November last year when I was at the beach and did a couple of lives at the beach, that's where I was. Now, that'll be the time that I'll probably unplug for those 5 days that I go there. I go to Pompano Beach. And that time is for me to really gives myself permission to slow down, breathe, and reconnect with me. Because why? It's November. No, actually, it'll be December. And then we're going to be going into a whole nother year if the Lord says the same, right? So I have to take care of me first, and then I pray and ask God, like I told y'all, I'm saved, sanctified, and I'm full of some of the Holy Ghost. I'm still a work in progress, but I do pray and ask God, what is it that you want me to do today, talk about today? And even if these tubes, I told you guys yesterday that I was going to use them, but if something came up today and I didn't feel like I wanted to talk about these, I want to talk about some more or whatever, I would have just pivoted. And that's the other thing I want us to know over here. It's okay to pivot. It's okay if your mood is funky and you just don't want to do it. It's okay to say, hey, I just can't do this today, right? This is why watercolor has become so important to me. And now to share it with World Watercolor Month, give me permission. Don't threaten me with a good time, right? I get to show you how each color feels like a tube of sunshine. So, like I said, when I have a big tube, I know I'm going to be like, okay, great. And then I get to share. So if somebody is like, I've never tried watercolor. Oh, that's a pretty color. Whatever they got to say, right? Next thing you know, I'll be like, hey, can I have your address? Don't I tell you, you'll get some watercolor in the mail, because I want you to try what I'm over here talking about. I'm not trying to sell snake oil, and I don't even like snakes. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not over here wanting you to collect. I do not want you to be a collector of things. Like I was collecting card, paper, and all the things. Whatever Gina K said get, I got. Hello, Mr. McCoy. So I was collecting it until I came into the space of, it started out with Dawn and, not Dawn, it did start out with Dawn, me meeting Dawn in Tracy and Bill's live, and Dawn subscribed to the channel, and the rest is history. Like, it started out with me joining Dawn and, I keep saying Dawn and Tracy, but Tracy and Bill, and watching Tracy do all the things. I was like, oh, I can do that. Okay. And then following behind Dawn, going over to this live, and then watching Bitty Penny, and I was just like, oh, hers is a little fancy. She almost on the borderline with that Gina K, right? So, but then Bitty Penny had Beth on. And I was like, wait, now that's my girl right there. Like that, I can do them cards. Like, let me tell you, not that the cards were, they're right here. That's how close they stay to me because I'm gonna finish them. They did the prompts. If you like prompts, these girls can come up with some prompts. But I couldn't make them fancy because I didn't want to cover up the I didn't want to cover up all of the cards. And so my cards were just like, okay, that works out. And then Beth was just like, okay, well, I can do this. And then she just slapped that on there. And then she started pulling out different stuff. I was like, okay, I got that. Oh, okay, I got that. Oh, we can put that on a card. It doesn't have to be extra fancy. See, this was me trying to do Bitty Penny way. It had to be cute. Like the card needed to be cute and all the things. But what I did learn doing this with Beth and Bitty Penny that day is my cards needed to represent me. And I think look at that, be kind, like be, and the kind, just simple. And I have my deck here and I'm going to finish and I got my other stuff that's over there. So it gave me fun. I even had my little palettes that I was going to stick on there and I was just like, oh yeah. So Beth, that was you. You just opened up a whole nother world of somebody else that's out here doing it like I want to do it. Then I ran across Mama Juju. Y'all talked about her in Beth's last live. Excuse me. Oh my goodness, that just jumped on me. In Beth's live yesterday. And Mama Juju is just like, when I started watching her earlier this year, I was just like, oh yeah, I like her. So here's the thing. Everybody watches me and my style of watercolor. I've watched Emma LaFave, Jenna Rainey, Shayna Campbell, anybody that's in Skillshare. It always comes back to my jam, how I like to slap paint on paper. That's it, right? And at the end of the day, if the end result is if you're happy with it, that's all that matters. If you got joy from it, that's all that matters. Like, look at this. Y'all can see this from yesterday. I was trying to show y'all yesterday. Hopefully it dried up a little bit more. You can see that shimmer, and I got the light on it. So, yes, those were the KMS watercolors we used yesterday. Those things are so beautiful. So, I usually talk about what I love in my studio. I usually share what I love in my studio. I pretty much, if I don't like it, I probably haven't shared that I don't like it. I'll probably give you a kind of, somebody be like, hey, Karen, you use such and such, and I'd be like, no, I ain't used that in a while. I haven't learned how to say, no, I don't like that, and be nice about it. I haven't gotten the middle ground. Because it's just like, and this is just me, this is a good example, because it's like this. I love this, and somebody else might love whatever I'm saying I don't like. For those that don't know, this is my, look, you can see it's good and dirty. I've used it, oh my goodness. Mr. McCoy bought me for my birthday, what's that thing called, the arm, the guillotine. I pick it up. I mean, it's okay. But I use it when I'm cutting cards, like when I'm cutting, what is this thing? These boards. You know how hard that is. But when I cut paper, it just wasn't doing me good. I wanted to cut more. And then I got the Fisker. So that's my whole point. Hello, Saul. Is it Saul Roman? Just putting strokes on my paper makes me happy. Yes. So that's what I'm saying. So today I'm going to be talking about tubes. Because y'all know I got some pens. I'm going to share. We're doing Sennelier. We're doing Intense, which is Willa, which is Renaissance. I put the links to everything that I'm going to be talking about today. I did do that right before I joined the live. So I put the links to all the things in the description box below, except for I don't think I did this one. So we're going to do pans. We're going to slap some paint. We're going to put some water maybe in a couple of these because handmade. If I can get me a handmade tube, which I do, but they're still hanging over there trying to come together. But I do like the color. But these are the Grabby 12 Floral Watercolors that I haven't done yet. And I'm going to slap some, I'm going to do it today. I've been holding out And it's just because when they came, they looked like a bad experience that I had with something else, and I just haven't been inspired to drop some water on. But we're gonna wake them up, let them know they're on deck, that I'm not going to just be talking about them. I'm going to use them. And I'm really believing that they're going to be great. I really, really believe they're going to be great. I just think I've gotten spoiled. Let's say that. I've gotten spoiled a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay. Our Intense is on here. So we already have them put out on here, which I will put the tubes right over here. So that'll be Intense over there. Sennelier is over here. This goes back over there. Oh, and then I got a Schminka. One Schminka. I really have two, but the other color is somewhere. I can't remember. Oh, I know where it is. It's in my girl back there. It's in her pocket. All right. Now, and I'm going to have, we're going to debut Addison and Sedgwick. I put the link in there below. These are just becoming to step up and be #1 on my list of watercolor handmade. Y'all know I'm a sucker for a good handmade watercolor. And right now we're going to go through, anytime we have some tubes, a handmade is going to make its appearance. But because I put this one in the description box, I had to open it up and let you see it. So because I put down there, watercolors mentioned in the video. So duh, being that I put that down there, I had to mention it. Duh. Okay, how's everybody been doing today? Let's just check in. Let's do a check-in. I love pans and tubes. I love pans, but I love tubes. I can't share pans. I guess if I didn't want to share so much, it wouldn't matter, but give me a good tube. And a grown tube. I think those Holbeins, I feel like, no, Holbeins are 10 too. Oh, and then I saw on Jackson yesterday I was looking, didn't need to be, but I was, scrolling to see if there were some paints on sale. They got a 21 milliliter tube. I was like, what? Then I went to about a couple of colors and I was like, oh, I see why I ain't got that. I would have to have a class. We'd have to do a class. Coming soon to the ranch, or we're going to Italy, because y'all know me. I want everybody to meet up in Italy so we can slap some paint on paper. I got my cinnamon coffee because it was a little cool, just a little. Okay, let's get started. So it's been a slow day here. I had had an errand to run. Had to go pick up Brandy's her medicine from the pharmacy. Then I was trying to locate my uncle because we have his birthday present that he still hasn't gotten. So I've been trying to give him that. And then I took the kiddos because I still have the grandson and granddaughter here. So they rode with me. So we went by, what's that place? Chick-fil-A. I was disappointed. My Chick-fil-A here in Eufaula it's hit or miss. I'm just one of them people. I don't like dirty grease. And for those who are new to my channel, if you haven't been here and this is my love palette. Like Della Magna is my #1 in this palette. Arcar, which is from India. These are Indian. They come from India. And then these are Roman Smalls. So this is all a handmade palette. This one. So these are all handmade right here. I got plenty more, but for what we're going to do, I'm going to probably, I don't know which one, whatever the brush goes when the time comes. All right. So today for World Watercolor Month, it's all about chair. Now, who's done the chair prompt today? And Beth, how are you feeling today? When I saw your video, I was just like, oh, I think that means she's feeling better. She got a video up. Okay. Somebody asked me once, they said, Karen, why tubes? And I kind of said, why not? Only because I didn't have a good answer. I'm trying to remember, when did I fall in love with tubes? That's what I'm really trying to remember. And let me show y'all, like, I love tubes so much. Squirrel. I went to the dollar store, had these, and I was like, oh my God. I'm going to get that. I'm going to put my watercolors in them. so that I can decorate my studio with them. Does it look like I love tubes? Oh, and then Rosa Gallery. I didn't pull all my Rosa Gallery out, but that's where we are. So I have learned that I love tubes. I love tubes. I love tubes for one because I can share, but for two, how did it happen? Haven't tried handmade watercolor. Must give. Oh my God! Listen, if you want to try some awesome, like awesome. I don't know what your price point is. That kind of makes a difference too. But I got some for you. I got several for you, but yeah. Right now I'm in love with Addison and Sedgwick and Della Magna. These are amazing. I want them in every color. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to kind of like do 2 a month maybe. I'm not going to jump all in, but I don't know. But I love using tubes because I guess they're rich. So I wrote down some words that kind of like, for one, they're juicy, right? You get to share, right? So I love sharing. They are rich, and I think pans, no slight against pans, none. Remember, none. This is my humble opinion about me and tubes today. And they're vibrant, so I can't take that away from pans either. However, when you squeeze them out, it is something about the squeezing out of the color that for me, when life is dull or when I'm in a funky mood and I grab a tube and I just squeeze, especially if I have to fill up a new pan, because they're all in pans. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't use them straight out of the tube because I would be messing them up. But you know, I do put them in tubes. Put them in pans. So they do eventually make their way into the pans. But in the meantime, the joy of squeezing them into these pans, oh my goodness, it's just become so gratifying for me. And I get to choose joy when I'm doing it, right? And when I'm also pouring it in the pan, I'm watching a process that is awesome too. Because you know, when you pour wet paint into a tube, out of a tube into a pan, you have to do what? What do you have to do? Like, what's the one thing? Somebody put in the chat. Once you pour it into, you pour them from the tube into the pan, what comes next? Do you use it right away? Like, what comes next? Somebody put in the chat what comes next. If you know. If you don't, no worries. I'm going to tell you anyway. But I want to see. It's kind of like my watercolor people who are hanging around, my card makers that's turning watercolor. Let's see what we know. One could never have enough tubes, right? Listen. I'm going to sit here a little bit and drink a little bit of this coffee so it get cold because I didn't put it on my heater. My coffee warmer. Let it rest. Yes. And in the resting process, that's a whole sermon within itself. Let me tell you about the resting. Oh my goodness. Resting, yes. And while they're resting, they're drying. They're literally, I got some that I've poured in the pans. They're literally in there. I have them by the dehumidifier because here in Alabama, we are so humid. If I leave them here in my studio, it takes forever. And I took the dehumidifier. I need to get me a dehumidifier to put like right here on my desk. So when I do pour out of the tube, I'll leave them by the dehumidifier because when I had the dehumidifier in here, my Rosa Gallery, it didn't take any time for them to dry out. It's just like it sucked the air out of, and they were dry and they were so yummy. So once you get them in the pan and then you let them rest, and while they're resting, they're drying out, they're coming together. All the things that are meant for them to show up great when you slap them down on paper is happening in that process. And I love. I loved watching Rosa Gallery dry. And yes, I'm like a cook that sits and watch the pot dry. I do. And then the other one was what is this? Oh, Blick. This is how much Blick I have. So y'all can see I took advantage of the Blick sale and did. And I don't think I put that link in the description box below, but Blick still has some of their brand available, and they're like no higher than like $9. It's like $4, $6, and I got all the colors, and they are so yummy. They are so yummy. We're gonna do all the Blicks. You can see I put them all in. Look how is that not a rainbow of colors? Look like a tin of Skittles. That's what it looks like to me, a tin of Skittles. But you can see it didn't take long for these to dry. So, and some of them dried real good, you know, and some of them depend on what they're mixed with. They kind of took a little bit, maybe longer, but they still dried good. So that's why I'm in love with tubes, is the richness and the fun. All of what I just said, I get to have fun squeezing them out of the tubes. I think that's just it. And letting them rest and watching the process of the drying. Like this schminka that's here, I poured it in this pan on Monday, and it is nice and dry. And it's here alone because I only have 2 of schminka, because it was kind of, I want to try it out before, because I had read mixed views. It's like some people love it, and some people was like, but nobody said they hated it. So, you know, not that even if they said they hate it, I might love it. You remember, it's just not me. It's just my humble opinion for me, myself, and I in Create Joy Studio. So this one, I'm going to kind of rub some brush over that one. And then we have, I think these are already some, yes, this is burnt sienna, hooker's green, and cerulean blue. So we won't have to squeeze Sennelier out of the tube because I've poured them in the pan already. And so we'll just have the tubes represented. So we'll be using those right there. And we also have them poured out, I think. No, I don't think. These are not, wait, is it purple? No, it's not no purple over there. So can't remember what this purple was. This purple might be this one. No, I'm not sure. Okay, I'm not going to do that. But I do know these are the greens. Hey, Pam, how are you? How was your birthday? Did you end it with a bang? And Ari, wait, you said you were heading home. So have you made it home? Are you in process, en route, all the things? Give us the skinny. Okay, so that's where we are. I love watercolors. Now, somebody asked me, like, Karen, God forbid, when you die, what are you going to do about all that? I have 3 granddaughters that love watercolor tubes, too. I have, my studio will be split. Excuse me. Oh, my goodness. Let me get some water. Between 3 grandchildren. It'll stay that way until they show me that they're not interested. And right now, I have 3 of them that are interested. So the door will stay shut. Nobody's to come in here and bother anything. They are the ones that will decide what they want to do, if they want to do anything. And if they don't want to do anything, then it goes to another crafter, not to Goodwill. You hear that, Mr. McCoy? Not to Goodwill. Nope. Not to the thrift store. It needs to be blessed with a crafter who would have an appreciation for the studio. All right, let's move these puppies over. I'm going to keep them right here just in case I need that one again. Okay. My birthday was, we are on the, oh my goodness, look at y'all. I am, what we are, 30, 40,000 feet above. Oh my goodness. Last flight until, oh, the heart's in the way, until we are home in about 4 hours. Listen, I'm just super duper excited that you took the time to come and hang out with me on this live while you're on your flight. Isn't technology something, y'all? Listen, technology is something else. Okay. I just cannot believe technology. There was a time when you could smoke on planes, do all the things on the plane, and all of that. So please drop us in the chat, not in the chat, but in the comments community. I mean, Pam, when you get home, so we know that you made it home safe. Have you on my prayer list of travel, but I didn't know if you left already. I was like, yesterday was a birthday. Was she leaving? I know she's probably ready to get home because there's no place like home. Clicking my Dorothy shoes together. Okay, so out of all the colors, we're doing this one, and for whatever reason, my favorite colors that I've learned that I pull out a lot, outside of World Watercolor Month is Rosa Gallery. And the three colors that I've chosen to, just to keep it simple when I want to play and just really, throw a pretty flower on some paper and, not really think about it much. It's Quinacridone Rose, Lemon Yellow, and I think it's Ultramarine. I think it's Ultramarine Blue. And remember I told you guys after World Watercolor Month, or somewhere towards the end, probably if my pans come in, I want to create monochromatic palettes. I want green, which is why I did green in this Sennelier, and blues. So we're going to do a green palette, we're going to do a blue palette, and I'm going to pull green, blue, and yellow from every brand so that I can say I'm more partial to this brand. Because when I say I love Rosa Gallery, I think I love Rosa Gallery, Quinacridone Rose, Lemon Yellow, and Ultramarine Blue. And their greens, I kind of end up mixing 2 or 3 of them to get what I want. So that's that. But I do love Quinacridone Rose. And remember I told you guys, no matter what palette I do create, white and black is going to be in there. So that's a given. All right, so we're going to pull out our paper. Where are we? Where are we? Oh my God, I just had it. Oh, there they are. Because we're going to do some flowers. And I might, if I have, to feel like it. These are some that I have that I got when I got samples when I got this beautiful palette. She sent samples. So it's about 6 of them in here. So we're going to slap those down and see what they are. But I've heard that her watercolors are amazing too. And people's like, but you can't only use 1 or 2 at a time. I was like, I don't know what you do. But over here, that's why it's called slapping paint on paper. I'm just saying. You can use 1 or 2, but I'm going to slap some paint on some paper. As a matter of fact, we don't waste paint. We'll turn it into a whole thing. I'm going to wait till the end of World Watercolor Month, and I'm going to let this talk to me. Because personally, I can see it cut into like 4s, 6. And put on a base made into a card. And send this to somebody to maybe create some joy. It made me think of, for whatever reason, it made me think of autism. Like something I'd seen like with a puzzles or something with autistic kids. I wish Maddie was here. So Team Replay, Maddie, if you come in, tell me, is this something that you would use, something similar to this for autistic kids when, because I know they get stimulated, some are stimulated in different ways. Now that's one thing I have not gone down. I don't know a lot about at all. But now I was telling somebody, I said, I think I had 2 autistic kids. I just didn't know it. And when all of my kids are 1, 2 are knocking on 30 and everybody else is 30 and above. So I didn't know, when you don't know. Like I didn't know about, what's that other thing when you drink milk and you are lactose intolerant. Joshua was lactose intolerant. I didn't know. He eat the cereal and then later on just throw it up and then he go eat another bowl of cereal and the process just continued every day. And then now when we get older and I have the last set of kids and they were saying something about the baby might be lactose intolerant. I was like, what's that? Never heard of it. Had already had 5 kids and now you're talking about the milk? Oh my goodness. So yeah, all the things. I just realized why I was getting a little choked up. It's the cinnamon. That's what it is. All right, we got this. Let's get our water because we're going to do one thing. We're going to start out with this beautiful palette, which is these. So y'all go over here because y'all are not up yet. All right. And I have the filbert brush. Not that it's important, but it's important to me. I love the filbert brush. You could stamp on it. Oh, Dawn, give me some more information about that. Stamp on it, like cut it up and stamp on it, or like, come on, talk to me. Because I don't want to waste it. Like, I have been inspired to probably want to do another one. Like, I really, really, really loved it. And I love the way, like, I don't like the black. It's almost gray black. Kind of didn't like that, but it was on the palette, so we stuck it in there. Hey, Carmen. How are you? I just want y'all to know when I be getting ready to say y'all name, all I can hear is when we're on Bill and Tracy on their live. I can hear Bill just saying everybody's name. And it's just like, oh my goodness. All right. Do I want to do this? Let's see. Do it because you know the filbert brush it just requires a certain flower. All right, we're gonna do purple. I take it back. It's not purple. It is mineral violet. Is up right now for show. Put a little bit of water. A little bit. I am doing great, Carmen. Thank you for asking. I went to bed last night listening to Die because I had to go and see what Beth and what they were talking about the her live yesterday, and I had to keep wait like I woke up and then I would fall asleep and I was just like, oh my goodness, I'm never gonna get through this video. So I put it on one like I sped it up a little bit. Then I finally got to it and I was like, oh, okay, so we're wearing garbage bags now. That's a fashion statement now. It's like, oh, okay. And Beth with her gnomes. I've never paid attention to gnomes, and now you got me paying attention to gnomes and things. So just like, oh my goodness. So what it is? You coming down here? Okay, you can come and go over there. We'll showcase your stuff today. You're gonna show the people. Okay. The thing I want to say about this one, this paint. Okay, let me see. Can I remember? I want to say that these are. Let's see. Let me get my glasses and see. I want to say that they're handmade. I fell asleep during Di's life. And it's not that it's boring. It's just that that's the wrong thing for me to do is to lay in the bed with my laptop or my phone. All right, these are made in Poland, I think. Let me see. Somewhere, not over the rainbow, but honey based. Yes. So these are, and made in Poland. Yes, that's what I wanted to make sure I gave out the right information. Now, I don't know if you guys remember when I put these in the pan, put these on this thing, but I just really want to show you how vibrant that is. Like, I feel like I need to pour something out so y'all can see what I'm talking about. But if you've used tubes, you know what I'm talking about. So I'm not gonna waste it. But these colors right here are so vibrant. Now, check this out. I think I'm gonna have to not submit to my filbert because filbert I tend to use bigger. All right, we got that one going that way. We're going to slap that one there. Put some more pigment on it. There we go. There we go. Boop, boop, doop, doop, doop. Kind of bend it around, lay it down. How you want the flower. And then boop. Because it's a flower opening that way. I don't know what these are. I never do. But I'm going to go through my flower guide and see if there's something in there that kind of looks like it. Boom. Yummy. Okay. These are intense, and I feel like I need to not waste that. Put that over there. Wake it up some more. And kind of put boop, 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 boop. See, this is why I love the filbert brush. You just lay it down, and it just creates something. And they be like, what kind of flower is that? Okay, I'm freezing much. Catch you later. Okie dokie. Hey, safe flights. Get you some sleep, Pam. So when you hit the ground, you'll be ready. Okay. You know, we'll go into this book. So this is the whole point. Now, this is a good example. So we have the top of the flower, and then you kind of got the open flower. So usually when I do it, it's like this one is one that's pointing that way, that one's pointing that way, and this one's pointing that way. And usually I'll take the brush and kind of lay this one down to kind of make it look like it's open. Should have did it before I got on there. But you see what I'm saying? So kind of like that. And then you lay your petals on down. But this isn't a class to teach you how to do things. It's just sometimes. See, look. That one looks a lot like what we got right here. Okay, I forgot. Where's Pam flying to? Isn't she? She's flying international now, right? From Florida. I think the memory serves well for that. Okay, let's put this one over here. This is Mineral Violet. It showed up great. We love. Okay, we're going to sit that one there. And actually, I feel like I need to go on and finish it off. Why not? Let's go on and let it all dry at one time. We're going to put the next color from the palette it's Helio, Helio, turquoise. Now, I've mixed this one already with yellow. So it's going to come out a little different. It's not going to be turquoise. Say that 10 times. See if that doesn't tie your tongue up. There we go. Boop, boop. So World Watercolor Month. See how we go right in trying to say all the things. Today's prompt is chair. Today is 17th, the 17th day, and the prompt is chair. And I showed you guys my little running chair, my sitting chair, my sideways chair. So I enjoyed the prompt, but I'm going to slap some paint on it so that way it fits into World Watercolor Month. Feel like it needs to have a little watercolor in it. All right, there we go. Let's wake this one up and boop, boop, like that. Doop, boop, 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 boop. There we go. She's flying home from Florida. Yeah, she's flying from Florida, but where is she from? Like, where is she flying to? I remember she was in Florida because she despised the heat, all that humidity, and Florida is famous. Florida is worse than Alabama in that heat. I mean, that humidity. All right. And another thing I want you guys to know, like if you're new to watercolor, always have you a napkin, paper, or either usually I have a towel to blot, but I like the paper towel sometimes because it tells me if my brush is clean. And that one is not, so we're going to go over here and sit it because I like for it to be clean before we go into another. And you can also dab it to take off a lot of the water. There we go. We're clean. All right, we got that one. Okay, that one's done. Oh, I sent you a link, Karen. You sent me a link? Okay. For a stream on Saturday. Okay. Cool. You sent it to Instagram? I haven't been there today. Okay, that's that one. Let's put that one over there. So that's Intense Renaissance, which is Willa Art. These are her own paints for... I think she is an artist. Not I think she is an artist, but Bridget, my crafty buddy, is the one who turned me on to these. And then when I got I said, "Ooh, it's in a tube. I need a new tube." So we did those. Okay, that's these, and that's what's in this palette. So that makes it a little bit easy for that one. And then we're gonna go over here. And because I can't remember what color is which and if these were, I know this is the green. We're going to pull these out. Hey, if y'all ever go to a thrift store or whatever your little secondhand store is, and you find these pans, if you're in the watercolor, or even not even in the watercolor, if you're a crafter, like these would be great for putting little tidbits, odds and ends in, collecting them into like for a project. But for me, I happen to, Willa Wanders. That's her. Yes, that's it. Willa Wanders. Thank you, Carmen. Yes. Willa Wanders. So I like when people turn me on to somebody that's worthy of the turn on. Not that other people isn't, but when I get something that I love, ooh, I'm going to stick with it. Okay, I feel like I need to, that's what it is. It's the cinnamon. I was trying to figure out why I kept feeling kind of crazy with my, it was because when I would drink the coffee, the cinnamon kind of was going up my nose. Okay. All right, let's, how this go? Oh, I can see comments so much better now. The heart was in the way. So Carmen, you know who Willa is? I'm new to the party. Give me a tardy slip. I'm late. So, so let's talk about the process of painting joy and healing. Everybody pretty much knows, well, if you're new to my channel, you probably don't know, but you'll scroll back to some videos or whatever. I'm the mother of 7 children, and I've lost 2 of the 7. And I needed to know after my daughter and granddaughter died in 2007. And my son was murdered in 2019. And I stood there asking God, look here, dude, I don't understand what you're doing. I've been down this road before. I don't know why you choose to send me down this road again. What do you want? And me and God had these kind of conversations. I have conversations with him because I ain't got time for the oh, most holy and gracious Father. And I hope that don't offend anybody, but my relationship with God is, dude, what do you want? I know you want something. You got me here for a reason. What do you want? Okay, this one is the blue. I feel like it's that one. That one's that one. We're gonna match them up. That one's that one. This one is something. Oh, Dawn, you follow Willow too? Nice. I just got to the place where I follow people like, something like that. We'll put them down. I don't know. I'm not going to even try to stress myself. Okay, so my process was I started painting to heal. I started using my how can I say, my pain. That's what it was. I needed to figure out how I was going to get past the pain, how I was going to get over the hump of all of that. And COVID happened, and one of my friends invited me onto her Zooms that she was having every Saturday because people couldn't leave their house, right? And I was just like, okay. So when people would get on there, I'd be like, wait, what are you doing? I can't do all this. Why in the world she invite me on here? But God knew that it was going to wake up the creator inside of me. Because I told you guys yesterday, I have been creating a long time. And I was told to go find something to do, find something constructive to do because, being an artist wasn't going to pay no bills and all of that things. And I'm here to tell you, if you believe that one, then don't believe the hype. Because I've paid some bills with my money I've done for making my art journals or making my art prints. Like, there's money in it, okay? Might not be 6 figures, for me anyway, right now. But God has got me on a track. He has my attention, is my point. So as I continued to go down the rabbit hole of all of the things and open up, watercolor became the one that I fell in love with the most. And you know why? Because watercolor is so forgiving. And I always tell y'all, watercolor is just like Jesus. It is so forgiving. Acrylic wasn't giving me it wasn't letting go. Acrylic was hanging on. And I was just like, ugh. But I was enjoying acrylic. I was doing, I've always been a journaler, back in the day. How many of you know about a diary? Had a diary. So journaling was just something I did already. And so then I wanted to do more with my artwork. So here we are, slapping paint on paper, because they would ask me on the live. They'd be like, well, Carol, what are you doing? I was like, I'm over here just slapping paint on paper. So it has evolved into a whole thing from 2020, 2021, till here we are in 2025. And I have a whole YouTube channel, slapping paint on paper. And I want everybody to understand that life is going to keep life, and life is going to keep serving you whatever it needs to. If there's nothing you can do about it, I don't want you to sit and wallow in the misery of it, right? And I had to tell myself there's nothing I could do after my son, after a couple years went by, and I was like, okay, this is just, I got to do something different. And I remember sitting on the side of the bed, and I was like, all right, Lord, you got me here again. Like, dude, what do you want? And then we moved here, about 10 acres in Alabama, and I started getting my joy back. I started feeling fun. Started slapping paint on paper. It's like, oh, this process is great. I'm going to trust you. Because sometimes when I'm painting, I was feeling sad. I was even crying. I even have a series of paints that's called Her Tears. Because why? I was literally crying and tears hit the page. I just kept on painting over the tears, right? It was because I was still looking for the hope and the joy. Sometimes I was just trying to remember what it felt like to smile again without feeling guilty, right? And so that's why I say you get to heal over here one brush stroke at a time, right? I get to squeeze out joy when I squeeze these tubes, because most of the time when I'm squeezing a whole lot in the tubes, I mean I'm sharing. That brings me joy, right? So if you grab your brush and you squeeze out some color, and you're going to join me over here the rest of the month, because we're at 17, so we're on the other side of it. We're going all the way to 31. I'll be here every day all the way to July the 31st. And then after July 31st, we'll go back to my Mondays and Wednesdays. I'm still going to be here for you. So it's not that I'm going to show up for 31 days and then you won't see me again. We are over here every Monday and Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, unless I put something different up, because sometimes, Mr. McCoy don't check the calendar or he forget. Then we have something to do, right? Oh, Dawn, you had a diary too? Yes, to me is what I do for my mental health. Watercolor, it has a mind of its own. It does its own thing. Isn't it the truth? Isn't it the truth? Like, Harmon, when you get to painting and you're trying to control, that's what I was telling Beth, watercolor will make you not be a control freak, because you're talking to the number one control freak over here. It's like, hey, I want this way. And watercolor was just like, well, sweetheart, that's not going to work here. And watercolor was doing its own thing. So I've learned to embrace the imperfections. I'm not trying to make it perfect. I'm trying to just say, oh, it's great. Mr. McCoy, don't act like you don't change my schedule. Knee surgery changed the whole 8 weeks of my life, and did. But I still love you, though. Art is therapeutic. Yes, guys. And what I also want people to realize that, and if you're not part of, like, you don't do any of this, let's just talk to the people that's just like, oh, wait, I stuck that up there. I was supposed to be talking about it. See how, that's how I get to be doing. I get to talking and forget about that. Hey, we was talking about this paint. This is Sennelier, and I might be butchering the name, but it comes down and it blossoms. It gives you I call them, they look like cauliflower. Right there. That's what they look like. And later on, if I don't like them, you can go back and add pigment to them, but I've learned to embrace them, because it's like, again, I just said, watercolor doesn't like to be controlled. It kind of wants to just, hey, you just slap the paint on the paper, and I'm going to make sure that you have a peaceful sound process. And when you finish, I promise you it's going to be beautiful, and you're going to feel better, right? That is why I let watercolor go. Let it do its thing. And then I tell y'all to just, hey, once you slap the paint on the paper, just put it down and let it rest. Give it time to show out. Over there, it's doing a whole lot, and it's doing its thing. I promise you. Okay, we did Sennelier. That was that. We're going to do, we're going to pull this out. I don't sound too excited, do I? I am. I like it. We're going to love it. We're going to love it. This is Grabby. It was a Grabby. If y'all have seen Grabby, I've never heard of Grabby, but it was something that dropped in my Instagram and somebody was talking about it. I wanted the brushes, so I did this, right? So I did this, but all I wanted was this. But I got this because I wanted this. These are 9 synthetic brushes. I don't think I've shared these with y'all either. Look at this process. All like they come in a bag. Look at this big old brush. Ooh, look how big they are. And they're synthetic, and they are the quill. They're all different color. I mean, different kinds of quill brushes, all different sizes. Now, let's take a bigger one and use grabby for grabby. How about that? But this is all I wanted, and then these came with it, and I think some paper. Paper is gone because I did like the paper. All right, so, and they were red. Look how, oh, it was just so much about these brushes that I saw when the lady was using them. Okay, let's use this one, which is deep pink. Waking up pretty good. Deep pink. So we're gonna, let's get a good little bit on there so we can utilize this brush so you can see how this brush is gonna, boom. Okay, I'm liking that so far. I can already see. I don't know if it's me because I put a little bit too much water on it. Not sure. But so far, so good. It's handling well. It's handling well. Hi, Darwood. How are you? I saw you early in Christy Rice's live. I didn't even start coming because I knew I was going to have to get out and come over here. But yeah, that is fun. So Darwood, here's the thing. I pulled up that daggum the that website that I was talking about that yesterday, the art supply or art warehouse, I think it was. I saw some beautiful colors, and they do have, for anybody that want, these are on sale over there at the art warehouse, right? But baby, when I got to the shipping, I was like, oh no sir, that shipping was outrageous. Now you'll get me with a good free shipping or a low shipping, but if my shipping gonna be over $10, you can keep it. I don't want it. I don't want it. Give it to somebody else, or they can take advantage. I don't know if it's because I'm in Alabama, because I think it's coming from California, but I was just like, why is the shipping so high? Okay, these are good. Yeah, the art supply warehouse. The shipping was crazy. I think I was gonna, like, I got like $50 worth of, I was getting some more of these because they're on sale. Like I said, they are on sale over there. And I was getting some more colors of these. And I had like the shipping and it was almost comparable to what I was, not that much. I think it was $35. Yeah, like $15 free shipping if you spend. Oh, I wasn't spending the $200 not to save free shipping. No, wasn't spending $200 to save $35. Not. That just wasn't, no. But okay. So I had to let them go. I closed them down. They sent me an email this morning telling me, did you leave something in your basket? I didn't. I went back on there, logged on, and emptied out the basket. Okay, that was deep pink. That's a beautiful color. And wait a minute. Well, hold on. No, it's not. I thought these, well, cobalt, dark violet, deep pink, cantaloupe, moss. Well, maybe. Oh, well, maybe this is dark red. Let's go over here and wet it up. Okay. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. All right, guys. So this might be my next travel because my Christy Rice travel palette is like almost gone. For real, for real. So these are kind of all right. I'm going to have to see how they dry. But right now, going down on the paper, that's pretty good. It's very, very pigmented. Very pigmented. I'm going to lay that down because that's going to be that way. All right. The Merry Artist is a great place to shop. And tomorrow and weekend, they are 15% off everything and free shipping. Oh, now that's my kind of, okay. Thank you. That might be better. So I'll see if they have Because it's just that some of the ones, I did want these. I only have them in the greens and the blues. So I just want them in the quinacridone rose, the yellow, and yeah, those two. Because I have it in ultramarine. Okay, so let's talk about this palette that I've just been putting off and not giving a whole lot. Grabby, I feel like I need to go and get some more information on it because, oh, hold on. Let me turn it over. Okay, Grabby. Watercolors are available in a variety of, okay, yes, designed in California, manufactured in China. Didn't know that. Thought it was a California thing. Grabby is a registered trademark of dream chasing technology. Okay. It's not giving me any pigment stuff. So, but being that it just said it's manufactured in China, that just gave me a whole lot of stuff. But I must say, they're pretty good. Like, they're very, very pigmented. Very, very pigmented. So let's see. We have a green in here. So, and remember, guys, I told you the only reason I did that, I wanted these brushes. Now you see these brushes. These brushes are showing up. Like, let's mix that and that because y'all know my green. I just need it to be what I want it to be. Not that. Let's put a little brown in it. Do you have your Addison and Sedgwick? Sure do. You know she close at hand, Durwood. You know she is. She is. I need to give her a name. Because that palette is what? Fire. I think everything else in the studio is like they're tired of hearing it. They're like, well, darn, is that going to be the only thing she talk about? For right now, guys, it is. I'm talking about my watercolors. Because they was like, well, she got all them Blick colors. That's all we heard from Blick. Then she got Rosa Gallery. Yeah, my watercolors be talking to me. I told you my paints be talking to me. I have a whole easel over there that has something sitting on it. It started talking to me Saturday, and I was like, I can't work on you this weekend. I have to go to the family reunion. And it kind of got a little funky attitude. But remember I told you guys, I work better when I feel like doing whatever the process is. Okay, I'm pleased with this. I can, but I can't compare it to anything that I don't know. I don't think I can right now. Maybe, I don't know. We're going to leave it out. But there we go. We got Grabby. Grabby finally got used. OMG, $35 too much for shipping. We spent, yeah. I don't spend $35 in shipping when I do buy. As farthest I've gotten watercolors is India. It wasn't $35. I didn't mind looking at those Addison paints. Aren't they beautiful? Did you go to her website? Oh, and Beth, if you're still here, my package is on its way. So it should be here next week so everybody can get that. All right, let's put these puppies back up. But look at that. Let's take this Big Bertha out. Let me show you something. Let's look at it. Let's see. We're going to use this is Sennelier. I'm going to have to hear Scrubs and Sketches say it a couple more times in practice. I'll just kind of lay that down there. This is what I like to do to get rid of my paints inside of things because I know I'll be wanting it to go somewhere. But you can see these are this is the blue, no, the turquoise one. That's what it is. So watch this. We're going to just lay this here. Where did you get the butterfly one? Ooh, what butterfly one? Hold on, let me think about it. The butterfly 10. Oh, the as Di say, the cheap store. I'm going to go, as a matter of fact, I'm going up there possibly today to get a couple of more. But yeah, this came from Dollar Store. Yep. It's a pencil case that I turned into to put these in. And because it's metal, and these came with their came with the magnet on the bottom, it just made it easier to put them in here. Now the question was, I had that it's like if I got some more, would they double up? And the answer was yes. I can even put like a whole two rows because I like the way it did that. So that's that. So we'll get another one. So but yeah, so this one, and then I'm going to take this one because remember, Sketches had I was talking about line. Do you do line or do you do just straight watercolor or do you do both? And I thought about it, and I do just watercolor, right? I just slap the paint on the paper, and I don't go back with a pen or a pencil or anything. I just leave it like is. And so this is the intense. So y'all get to see these were the intense, the one we did first. See how that showed up? So these are very, very, very vibrant. I recommend these for anything. I am going to slap them on paper, and you can see even how they look on the palette, right? Because it's kind of shows up on here. So that works out great. And then the Grabby. We did Grabby. Grabby showed up great. And Sennelier is over here. That's where it is. You coming back? Okay. Is here. She has a sketchbook full. She did some more drawing. Lisa, how are you? I haven't seen that name in so long. How are you doing? Did you see the video? I put up a video, not a video, I did a live last week with the dogs. We're in heat mode. We have two that are in heat. Sidebar for World Watercolor Month. But we have two dogs that are in heat. Only one that we're gonna mate. Mr. McCoy said put them out in the field, so we'll see. We're gonna give Brandy another try, but we're gonna give Brandy a try with Boaz. I just think she had a bad run the first time. I really do. She's a beautiful dog. I love her, and she does so great. Her temperament is good. But she's the one that has never been off the ranch. Like, when we moved here, Brandy didn't go to the store. She didn't go anywhere. So when we finally took her somewhere, Brandy was just like, wait, what are you doing next to my mama? What are you doing next to my daddy? She's like, get away. So we learned from Brandy. Don't just let the dogs. We had to put them out to be socialized. Oh, don't put that in there, Karen. That's wet. I know, my bad. Okay, that's it. There's another one. Yep, that one. So these I got from Grabby, if you like them. Like Grabby, Grabie. They come in their own little tube and all the things. And I love the little thing that it came in. So we'll see. But Brandy, her and Boaz have been calling out to each other. She wasn't a fan of Buster, so maybe, dogs choose, like if they're in the wild, the two males have to fight for it. And whoever wins get to breed. So I'm not gonna take away what nature does. I'm just gonna let nature take its course, and if they do, they do. If they don't, they don't. Okay. Now back to what I was saying. That was just a little sidebar, because when I saw Lisa, I know we talked dog stuff here. So here we go. If you haven't seen these fabulous Addison and Sedgwicks, I will try to link the video where I use these, because if I go in with these right now, I won't stop, because they're so yummy. I did put the link to them in the description box. All the watercolors that I'm using today, I did put the link below. And I would love if you would, if you want to, don't let me inspire you to get no new watercolors. But if you want, I have my affiliate link there so that you can help me get more, because that's what I tell Mr. McCoy. If I don't make no money, I don't buy no watercolors. But when I make some money selling something, then that's what it is. It's just a little bit of watercolor, just a little bit. All right, so here's the thing. Right here, so let's see, we're going to start there. Oh, I would get a pen that's the same color. So I'm stepping outside of my zone and kind of doing a little bit of stuff. So, and remember I told you guys I want to inspire you to do something different. So World Watercolor Month. If you have not decided to pick up a brush or anything, that's okay. Thank you for joining. If you're not subscribed to the channel, do subscribe to the channel because, it's World Watercolor Month. But we are over here hanging out in the studio, just, slapping paint on paper, having fun. Is that Christy Rice in my live? OMG. Christy! I just got to talking about you. Looky, 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 looky. I need to get another palette. That's what we were talking about, palette. And I was going to the dollar store to get me another one for the moment until that one gets here. But listen, y'all, this lady, Paint Crush with Christy Rice, I'm on YouTube, all the things, because Christy said, hey, don't worry about the rules. Let them go. Just do what you do. And I was like, that sounds fun. And that's what I did. So hence is how I started just doing slapping paint on paper, right? Because who says? Because I thought it was like, oh, I can't do that. I didn't go to college for that. I told you, I can tell y'all about something about religion a little bit, but I don't want to talk about religion. We came over here to slap some paint on some paper, right? Okay. So there we go. Put that in there. But because Sketches was saying like with the pen and then the paper, and I never do it, right? Never do it. I'm always slapping the paint on the paper, creating my flowers, creating my roses, just letting them do what they do. And it just was never a thought to add pen to it. But then I did it because remember this blob we did? And look how it turned out. It turned out so beautiful. Right? I just did the paint because we didn't like it. Me, when I say we, I say me and my granddaughter. We didn't like it. So, and then she didn't like it. So I did this one. Right? There we go. And so I was just like, okay, I guess we'll be doing it. We'll be doing it. Something else. Now, I'm thinking, y'all know when I'm finished, when the end of World Watercolor Month is over, we're going to take all these and scan them in. And then, offer them, put them up in the shop, slappingpaintonpaper.com. And you can, get them and do what you want with them. Even try to put them in there for black and white so that you can maybe paint them how you want to paint them. I've added the paints the way I've added them, but you maybe want to change the color, right? So who knows? Oh, y'all, and listen, Christy Wright is my inspiration. I told y'all, nobody enables me to do. They inspire me to add to my art collection, which is why I have 30 brands right now. Because let's see how many that's on this list this is what she really, really inspired. The Arcar from India, this palette, and the Della Magna. I'm almost certain it was Della Magna. And the other one was, what's his name? Jasper Stardust. So that's another one, but yes. So I love, 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 love when the paint, like when she slaps it down and it's just like, and it moves or it just sits there. But these Della Magnas, oh my goodness. Della Magna are running neck and neck. I'm going to have to do a side by side because these Addison and Sedgwick, I don't know. They about to kind of knock they're running neck and neck. I'm in love with both of them right now. So if you don't know, Addison and Sedgwick, I got off of Etsy. And as a matter of fact, I got some new Della Magnas on the way from Italy as we speak. He had some new colors. Y'all know I got to keep up with the new colors. But these I'm going to get twice a month because I want them all. Because these colors are so daggum vibrant and so fun. So Addison and Sedgwick, I linked it. That's on the description box below too. So that one, and what was another one? It was another one I think I'm not sure. But these are all the ones. So let's mark off the ones we used today, that we did today. We finally did Grabby. We I didn't do Schminka. We did Sennelier, and we did Renaissance, which is Willa Art. We did that. Is that all? 1, 2, 3. Yes, we only did 3 today. Okay? And remember, wait, what is Della Magna? You didn't do Della Magna? Oh my God, really? Where did I get Della Magna? Wait, no, maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was somebody's paint that you shared. Was it ACAR? So does AR, car, ARKAAR, does that sound familiar? I got them, and then on their YouTube, and then they were talking about Della Magna. And when I went and saw how they make theirs, and then y'all know I'm a sucker for Italy anyway, because it's just like, are there any bad paints that come from Italy? I just ain't got it yet. It might be, but I haven't gotten it yet. So Della Magna, listen, I need to paint my chair anyway, so let's do this. Let's do this. We're going to squirrel a little bit. We're going to squirrel. It's World Watercolor Month. Why not? Slap some paint on some what? Paper. Because what? We can. And the other thing I like about Della Magna, y'all know I like when I don't have to spray a whole bunch of water to wake up the paint. I just use my brush and put that water that's in my brush, and that's pretty much all we need. Now let's turn this to the side, because you know I'm a lefty over here. No, I only know Roman on that palette. Really? Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to go backwards and see how that came about. I surely am. Gonna have to figure it out. But look at that. Ooh, didn't that just look like magic? Oh my goodness. Oh, and that's not a waterproof pen. Yep, you see my ink coming off my chair. Let's move off the chair. Look at, and then it gets more vibrant. And that's that one. So let's clean that brush up. Della, I don't think I put him in the chat, in my description box below, but it is Della, DLLA Magna.com, and it's a handmade watercolor. Look at that. Oh, just so yummy. And look, it just keeps going and going. It's the color this one is the green. So his green, I don't know. I don't have my cheat sheet. Y'all know I ain't got my cheat sheet. Can't tell you what it is. So Della Magna are all these colors right here. Right here. Roman are only these right here. And the Arcar, the India, these came from India, are all of these and that one. So yes, I love Della Magna. His watercolors are amazing. I can hear the lady talking about them now. Hey Debbie, how are you? Look, I feel like we've been with each other. Well, we have been with each other for 17 days. Well, not 17 days, because I was gone for the first 5. I came back off the cruise on the 4th, the 3rd. So, but yeah, and I did slap some paint on some paper on the cruise, which I was happy about. All right, let's see. Oh, where you go? Let's move this. Sit this right here. And sit you over here. And pull you out over here. And these pieces of paper that I have, y'all know I told y'all I've had a new love with Hobby Lobby. I went back because what? Hobby Lobby and Fabriano have merged to have a relationship. So I'm joining because that paper, you see, these are the papers I've been using, is their little palette. So you know I love Fabriano. You knew I love me some Fabriano. I told Sketches I wish I could have been in her luggage when she went. I would have came back broke and been trying to get back to the airport to get home. Dur would say we'd have both been hiking back together. All right, let's see. Oh, let's do one of these. So this is the Arcar. These are India. The only thing I don't like about these, not the paint, is the time it takes when I order it, the time it takes for it to get to me. Y'all know when I order a paint, I need it at least by 2 weeks. And because they're shipping from India, and the shipping process I forgot I ordered them. Let's just put it, that's how long it took. But when they got here, it was worth the wait. It was worth the wait, guys. It was worth the wait. Let's show you that. Let's look at this. Let's look at this. Oh, hello, iPreps. Oh, look at that. Looky. Is that not yummy? Is that not yummy? Let's run it on down. I have been buying the Fabriano from Hobby Lobby. So, Carmen, how do you like it? How do you like the paper? Because I've been trying to get people who've used it, but I haven't encountered anyone who's used it. So, that's been that. But I have the I bought the big, I think this is a 20 by something, because y'all know I make my own art journals. I mean, yeah, my art journals. And so it was, I said, oh, we're going to make me a big one out of that. Look at that color. Aren't these so, oh, they're just so yummy. So this is why I say they were worth the wait. This is our car. So I think we can scratch those off the list because we're debuting them today. I felt like we're going to have to double up anyway because we're on 17, and so I think we got a lot more because we had 30 brands. So we did Arcar and Della Magna. Right. All right. Here we go. I'm gonna have fun with Marry Me Blue. So that's that, and then you get to see how they dry up. So are you ready over there? Are you ready? You are? Not really? Okay. Well, let me know when you're ready. She's not ready yet, guys, so we'll have to wait till she's ready. I really like Fabriano paper. I love Fabriano. I can't wait to go to Italy to go and visit the shop, meet the people, and pack a whole suitcase. Or either ship it back. I'm not sure, but I am definitely going to get my Fabriano paper so that I can say, what? I got it straight from the factory. Like, that's what I want. And I want to go meet, I can't remember his name right now, but yeah. Let's see. Hold on. I just had it up. So let's see if I can make it easy. We're going to need English, please and thank you. Oh, well, I don't think it's going to give it to me, but boop, boop, boop. There we go. And change it to English so that way you can check them out, the colors and the way they make them. Oh my goodness, the whole process. That's what I love about a good watercolor, okay? I love a good handmade watercolor. So when we're talking about handmade watercolors, and then when I'm talking about the tubes, squeezing out the tubes, I get joy when we're talking about a good tube squeeze, right? So that makes it even better when you can have handmade. That's pretty much all of the ones that come like in handmade or in a pan. But y'all know when I can get a good tube that has handmade watercolor, they're way over there on the board. But y'all know I can't think of the name of the brand, but I have a couple that are in tubes, and they're honey. Like when you open them up, they smell like licorice. It makes you just want to go and just ooh. And as Beth says, no eating art supplies, but they smell like licorice. Remember the ones I did yesterday? KMS watercolors definitely smells like licorice. There's somebody else, and I found out it's because of the honey and did we say it's the Ling Ling oil? I think that's what it was, the combination of them. Y'all know I done been to sleep a couple of days, and I don't know. So that's how that goes. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm getting ready. So, are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, you're going to have to be ready or else you're not going to be on today either. All right, we got a guest in the studio today. So, my granddaughter is here visiting. And remember I told you guys about the people who get the studio? She's one of the people. As a matter of fact, she's the youngest of the three. All right, let's move out so we can showcase. Oh, don't put that up there. That might fall. Yeah, we don't want that to fall. Yes, anise oil. That's it. So, all right. Oh, that's pretty. Okay, y'all know I told y'all I'm not a drawer. I don't like to sketch and draw. Christy's on here. She went to Paris, and I think between her and sketches, I've started trying to sketch, draw, all the things. Hold on. Let's move the garbage can from right there. Move it. There we go. No, you gotta move it over here. Now you put it in my way. All right, as we move the studio around a little bit. All right. But she does it so well. Have you tried M. Graham? No, Debbie, I have not tried M. Graham. I had some M. Graham in my basket at Art Watercolor or whatever. I had 2 colors because I hadn't tried them. But again, that $30 made me empty out that basket. So I'll have to try them, but they're on my list to try. And Da Vinci, I think it is. Have you tried Da Vinci? I haven't tried Da Vinci. Okay, who are you?
Isaiah.
And what are you to me?
Granddaughter.
All right. So, well, everybody give Isaiah a great big welcome to the studio, Create Joy Studio, where we do what?
Stop playing on paper.
Boom. Train them young, y'all. Train them young. So here's a drawing. Her name is Saturn. You gave her a name. Look at those eyelashes, though.
No, it's like the planet Saturn.
Oh, that's not her name?
It is her name.
Right. Well, I got you. But
she's like a planet.
Okay, tell the people she's like a planet. Okay. Are those her eyelashes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she got some nice eyelashes. Y'all see that? Okay, are you going to flip back? We got some more?
Not really. I haven't finished this one.
Yeah, but where's that other one you had?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You mean Earth?
You've been missing a couple days.
Earth?
Yeah, where's all that paper?
I don't know. I didn't take none of that.
Oh, it was already... Okay, put it up there. What's her name?
Earth.
Her name is Earth.
Planet Earth.
Okay. She's pretty. What do you want to tell us about her?
She's our planet, and the sun is the sun is finna go around, and the moon is going this way.
Okay.
The Earth.
Y'all see her cheeks? You see the definition? Do you see the definition? Right. So guys, y'all know I've told you that this right here is my jam. This is my thing. Is inspiring her to continue to do what she's doing. Because when I was younger, they told me, go find something constructive to do. That's not constructive. That's not good. I don't even know what they wanted me to do. Because I ended up getting in trouble most of the time because I wasn't doing what I wanted to do. So out of my 14 grandchildren, 3 girls, 1 of the boys. So 4 of them are very creative, and they are not even over 13. So how old are you?
8.
Right. So her mom had said, she's like, oh God, I got to get her own space. I got to get this for her. She needs this, she needs that. I'm going to agree 100%. And her mom was on here. iPreps Custom Creations. Are you still here? iPreps Custom Creations. Calling once, calling twice. Yes. She is the one that she's going to need all the things, basically. Okay, let's keep flipping. So if you have a child, or if you see somebody, encourage them, especially if they're wanting to, hang out. Now, we did have to control the squirrel in the studio because y'all know my studio has a lot of stuff in it. And she came in, that head was this way and that way and this way. I was like, hey, calm down. Let's just what you want first. Not that you can't have it all, but what do you want first? So that's how we ended up with the sketchbook. Okay, what else we got?
I did something else.
You don't want to show them the rest of that? You don't want to show it? It's not. So we're trying to work out the perfectionist. She's a perfectionist. She will. Can I show them your stuff?
Sure.
Okay. You're going to be okay with me showing it to them?
Sure.
Okay. Everybody, I know she really don't, but. So what was wrong with this one?
It's the hairline.
It's who?
The hairline and the nose part.
You see what I'm saying? But to know, for her to know that it's not what she wanted to be, that's even a gift in itself. She said, what? The hairline?
No, it's just the top of the hair is not big. I forgot to put it a little bit bigger.
Okay, so
and it's the nose.
Oh, and the nose.
I thought that was a mouth, but it was a nose.
Oh, see? So she stopped. She left him alone. We flipped the page. Okay, what happened here?
It was the one on the iPad. It was just doing too much because she had 2 things. Because you can do this when you're on an eye. On the thing, you get to use the thing on the iPad like with one of these things. She used one of those. And then I'm like, it's too much.
Yeah, so I'll have to pull up Procreate and see if I still have it on my iPad, and maybe you can try it on there as I take a deep breath. My electronics are the only thing I don't let go of, guys. Okay, Christy, thank you for stopping. Look at. So that was the mouth?
This one's fine, but it's a little too wide.
Okay, this one is fine, but it's a little too wide. Okay, and then this one?
It's okay.
It's okay.
I just didn't finish it.
Okay, so they're okay. You just didn't finish them.
Yeah.
Okay, what were we doing here? Oh, looky. She got lines trying to line up. Oh, that one led to your girl. Is that what led to the girl back there?
Which girl?
Saturn.
Oh, let me show you. It's right underneath Earth.
Oh, it's right underneath Earth. Okay.
Right here. It's right
Okay,
here.
gotcha.
It's kind of like Saturn, but just different.
Okay.
Her eyes are just closed and smiling.
Gotcha.
But the problem was it was still on sketching on the iPad.
Gotcha. And her?
I just couldn't finish it.
Okay, so some of these you just need to finish. You're okay with them. You just want to finish them?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's good.
It's just the eye that's messed up on this one.
Gotcha.
Right here.
Where's your book? You took your book?
It's right there.
Where?
Right there on my desk.
No, this book. Remember we made this book?
Uh-huh.
Where's your book?
Oh yeah, to my room.
Okay, bring that real quick.
Okay.
We did the book. We made a book because she likes making books. She likes doing little journals. I'm not ready to teach her how to do a Coptic stitch yet because we kind of caught a little hell with this one. Again, if her pages wasn't straight, she just wasn't having it. She just kind of like let it go. And I was like, but it's a junk journal. It's going to be okay. You're going to put all the stuff in there and it'll be all right. And she's just like, okay. And hence, I don't have it to show you because she took it out. And I'm going to see what kind of condition it is. Oh, okay. Hold on. You got it? Okay. You still got it? Did you cut it, make it perfect?
No, I didn't want to make it perfect.
You didn't bother with it? Oh, bless your heart. Bless your heart. And that's a good bless your heart because y'all know around here in Alabama, we say bless your heart when we're being very sarcastic, but I'm not. So we put washi tape on hers because she didn't want to have the spine exposed. And but it's cute. Everybody that was on the live the other day said it was a 10 out of 10, that she did a great job and she did good. So we printed out some stuff that Beth has in her Ko-fi shop. I think that's where it is, but I'm going to cut some of these up and I'm going to give some to her so she can start decorating her thing. And that's outside of World Watercolor Month, but we're going to decorate our books because we created 2 books together. So that's just how that went. All right. Anybody got any questions about any of the watercolor, any of the tubes, anything? Like, oh my God, look how these turned out.
Like that.
Didn't that turn out pretty?
It's the vibrant blue. I like that.
That blue is vibrant, is it? Mm-hmm.
What kind of blue you used?
That one was this one. This one came out of here.
Yeah, I'm gonna need that one of my hairs. One of my girls' hairs.
Oh, I don't know if you can
Not
do
in the
these.
Sketchbook.
We'll give you your blue. I don't know if you can have that one.
Okay, here.
Yeah, but we'll give you a little bit with kind of some right here next to you. I'll sit right here and we can share a little bit. Y'all hear me? A little bit. Just a little bit.
It's like I said, a little.
Little bit. Just a little bit. All right, I wanted to share this because I got this from Virginia. When we were coming back from the cruise and we stopped at Cracker Barrel. And I said, I need that cup. Now, I would not drink a cup of coffee this big. It's a huge cup. It is, how many ounces? Let's see. Let's see if it doesn't even have it on the bottom. It doesn't have it on the bottom. But anyway, it says, a fun thing to do in the morning is not talk to me.
No.
I'm just not a morning person. I even have a cup that says you can talk to me after 11 o'clock. It gives you a specific time to talk to me. But then I married a man who is a morning person, and I think he loves the morning. And so I was like, okay, well, then my mornings will be better. But then sometimes, somewhere along the line, it seems like he gotten a little grumpy in the morning. I was like, wait, I wasn't supposed to rub off on you. You were supposed to rub off on me, right? But anyway, I thought this was cute. Not that I'm that way. I still love being, being here on YouTube and having to do some mornings and lives or whatever. I'm okay with being in the morning. But don't ask me too many questions in the morning. Okay, she needs a grabby set. I need to check and see because that is what I said. I told her I have a new watercolor palette for her. But I will need to check and see and make sure that, just in case she gets some on her hands and she put it in her mouth, I need to make sure it's child friendly. And then if it does, then this will be the set she'll get. But she says she wants that blue, and that blue, I don't know if that blue in this is like that, but she'll see. But she does have a watercolor set? You've used your watercolor set up?
You mean the pen watercolor thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I used it.
So the thing about that is she sketches more than she watercolors, but so we're gonna probably make her a a book with watercolor paper. It's already prepped, so that way maybe it'll inspire her to do more drawing and sketching and watercolor combination. So we're gonna get her a pencil that's watercolor proof, so it won't do what just happened. That told me that these are not watercolor proof, so no, I can't do that. But that's my rendition of a chair today. And don't get overwhelmed with all the things. Remember, do what you can and do what you want to do, because at the end of the day, it's all about creating joy during World Watercolor Month or whenever, even if it's not. So if you're in future after July and you're like, what in the world are you talking about, all this World Watercolor Month? It doesn't have to be, right? Like, it's all about healing one brushstroke at a time. It's all about how to get your joy back. It's all about how to squeeze out a little time to take care of you. That's really what it is. We want you to have fun. That's all. And if you don't do any of this watercolor stuff, it's okay. Pull out your pencil, sketch, or for the prompts, because today's prompts was chair. Let's say you don't do the painting and you don't know how to draw. You can write the word out. Remember I told you guys for fade on day 4, Christy, she wrote the word fade and made it real pretty. I was like, oh, okay, for the words I don't want to paint or whatever, that's what I've been doing. But for the most part, y'all know me. I love flowers, and all of mine have been pretty much doing the flowers, because that's what we're going to do. And we're going to upload them. And at the end of the month, my goal is to have close to 30, at least 25 flowers that I can say I created here on YouTube with you guys every single day. So if you have not subscribed to the channel, do subscribe to the channel, because we're going to be here all the way to the end of the month, all the way to day 31. Then after July the 31st, we will be here still Monday and Wednesday, showing up as we always do. There we go, you know? All right, so that's that. All right, guys. So again, have fun, whatever you're doing. And remember, subscribe, like, and join me over in my Patreon if you want to go deeper with what your healing looks like, so that we can do a roadmap that is just for you. Because sometimes what may work for me might not work for you, right? And at the end of it all, I want you to heal on your own journey, not basically based on what I say. I want you to heal on your own journey, because it's all about creating joy. All right, so we're gonna say goodbye and we're gonna go let the dogs out. Are we letting the dogs out?
Yes.
Yes. You want to do a little FaceTime?
Sure.
You do? Oh, okay. She was looking at me like, wait a minute now. I was like, my bad. All right. There we go. There we go. Ooh, y'all caught me with the glasses on. There's Isaiah. You gonna tell them what's your name?
You just said it.
You tell them what your name is.
My name is Isaiah.
How old are you?
8.
Okay. And I can't remember what number Isaiah is out of the 14. I want to say she's 7. That's what I want to say. I want to say she's 7, I think. Because when I did grandchildren pictures, she was 2 months old. And no, she might be 8. I need to figure that out. We need to figure out what number are you.
What? Out of your 14 grandchildren?
Yes, we need to figure out what number you are.
Wow.
Yeah, Braylon is number 2. That's easy.
Of course you remember Braylon.
Well, Braylon, it's easy to remember because Alyssa was number 1, and then Braylon came next. So it's easy to remember that, 1 and 2. And so then I can remember the last 2. And so the rest of y'all are in the middle.
So I'm the last one?
No, you're not the last one. You're a long ways from being the last one. That's why I think you're 8.
Isn't 8 close to the last? A little bit?
No.
Oh. Hold on. Oh, yeah, I forgot you got 14 grandchildren.
Yes.
I thought you said you got 10.
No.
But you got 14.
Right. So you're in the middle.
In the middle.
Yeah. So that would be funny because her mother is a middle child. So tell Dawn how to spell your name.
Aziyah. She got the A and the Z correct.
Right. So trust me, Dawn. I kind of spell it the way you spell it because I enunciate. I'd be like, Zaya, but it's Spell it again.
Aziyah.
Her mother's name is La Portia. It's LA apostrophe capital PORSCHA. So imagine teaching a child apostrophe in their name and all the things. But she has to have it right now. That means you have 13 cousins. Yep.
13
Yep. And she has, that's Miss Dawn right there. The crafty, that's Miss Dawn. That's Miss Lisa.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody else, I think they'll have to put their name. Yep, that's how you spell it, Dawn.
Yeah.
There you go.
So what did she say again?
That's your name. You have 13 cousins because it's 14 grandchildren, which means you have 13.
So she in a family?
No, she's someone. She lives in Maine. So no.
Maine? Where's Maine?
Maine is. I'll get a calendar. I mean a calendar. World and show you. It's up over there.
Okay.
Up over there, long ways from us. Other than that, we'd have some crafty parties. But I forgot what I was going to say. So, wait, I'm missing a letter. Aziyah.
You're not missing a letter.
No, you're good. Aziyah.
But people just get rid of the Y in my name when they say it.
I put a H in it. I think is how I was putting it in there. But okay, and Miss Lisa is in North Carolina.
Is it night for them?
No, it's everybody so far that's on here is daytime, so it's the same time. But North Carolina, her time is 5, so she's an hour ahead of us.
So she's an hour ahead of us. So it's going to be night.
Oh yes, Dawn, you are in Team Karen. You sure are. So Dawn says she's in the family of Team Karen.
Oh, nice. So who's in the?
Right.
So there's another team?
No, it's Team Karen. That's what Dawn. We're Team Karen over here.
Oh.
In the studio while we create joy as we what?
What?
Nope, slap paint.
Slap paper on paper.
That's right. Because it's what?
World Watercolor Month.
Boom.
I thought I was going to mess it up.
No, you got it. You got it. Yeah.
But I said it fast this time.
You did. I can't say. So she keep asking about the time because we told her Di came on. And when Di came on, Di said good morning. And she's like, wait, what? It's afternoon. So I had to let her know that Di was in Australia, which is a whole nother day. So it is Friday. It's Thursday for us. It's already Friday for Di. Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
I don't get it.
I know. It's okay.
I'm getting confused.
It's the time zone. Oh, you know what? A good example is, you know what you said about the moon?
The moon?
The sun and the moon. It doesn't reside in the same place, remember?
Mm-hmm.
So, right here, Miss Di.
This is where the sun is on hitting on our
Earth, right. We're Earth, right? And on Earth, the sun and the moon doesn't hit in the same place, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when some people have the sun,
and
some people have
the night.
Right.
Okay.
So depending on where they are in the world,
okay,
is whether they see the sun or the moon. Right. And so right now we're getting ready to see the moon, and Miss Di is getting ready to see the sun. That's you.
Because it's night for her. It's an evening.
No, for her. Or for us?
For her.
For her, it is...
Friday?
It's Friday.
For her.
For her.
Where does she live again?
Australia.
She was born in Australia?
I don't know if she was born there, but she lives in Australia.
Oh, okay.
And for us that are in the United States, because she's not in the United States. She's in another country. Yeah.
A country?
Yep,
Oh,
she's in a whole nother country.
I thought you had to fly. I was confused.
Yeah, you do have to fly where she is.
Oh, my God.
Okay, guys, that's enough for science right now. It's all about World Watercolor Month. So
World Watercolor Month.
We're going to show her. We're going to pull up the calendar so we can show her where Di lives. And Maine. We're going to show her Maine. She's been to North Carolina. Lisa, where in North Carolina are you? That's what I need to know.
Hold up.
I can't remember.
I've been in North Carolina before?
Yes, your papa is from North Carolina.
So I've been there before.
You've been there before.
When?
Oh my God.
I'm confused.
Let's see, how old were you? Let me think about that. Where you were at a remembering age.
I was probably.
You remember his mama?
Yes.
Where she lives in when you went to her house, she lives in North Carolina.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, but I don't remember my age. I think I was like
Your papa says hello.
hello.
Okay, she's in Winston-Salem. So Miss Lisa is in Winston-Salem. You haven't been there.
Okay, not yet.
Yeah, I've been there, but you haven't been there. All right, guys, we're gonna get off of here. We're gonna go on because it's been time. All right, so we're going to see you tomorrow here in the studio. And tomorrow I haven't picked, so we didn't pick paints for tomorrow. So I'll pick 3 or 4 colors tomorrow. We do need to kind of double up so we can get through the 30.
Hold on, let me see.
It's 30 watercolor brands. You know what? Tomorrow I might do Blick. And we might do Deep Light, which is another handmade watercolor brand, and I'll choose another. We'll see.
So you got
all right, guys.
30 of them?
Yeah, I have all 30.
Wow.
All right, so remember, you need to take care of you. Remember to take care of yourself every single day because you can't pour from an empty cup. That's perfect. I had the cup here, right? I don't care how much I want to help you. If I'm empty, I will do you no good. And I will have a little funky attitude about it. So if you fill this cup up, I'm still not going to serve you from what's in this cup. I'm going to serve you in the overflow. We're going to serve from the overflow. So that way you can show up and be happy, and you can show up and do World Watercolor Month with us. So remember, hit that subscribe button, like, share, because somebody might be missing the fun that we're having over here in the studio. All right, guys, we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.